a sophisticated background for a sophisticated movie. Hello Princess, my name is Alex. I upload on Fridays, Sundays, and sometimes Tuesdays. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, leave a like. Let's get into the video. The Wayans brothers return to their spoof comedy roots with another and a very timely entry into the Scary Movie franchise. So let's talk about Scary Movie 6.
Be sure to thank him.
What the?
Directed by who I'm going to call Michael Titties. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but it's way funnier if it is, so Michael Titties.
Now did you pet your titties?
My what?
Your titties.
My titties?
Wait, those. Did I pet them?
Oh!
Thank you very much. And co-written by the Wayans brothers, also starring Anna Faris, Regina Hall, Marlon Wayans, and Shawn Wayans. The OGs are back. The Scary Movie OGs are back. Alright. And firstly, I'm not ashamed to admit it. I'm a big fan of this franchise. The first 4 movies were heavy in the Alex rotation when I was a kid, and I found them absolutely hilarious. The first 2 in particular now are still some of my favorite comedies ever, and I've watched them so much over the years. And yes, Grab My Strong Hand is still in my top quotes that I whip out in a timely fashion.
Oh, my other hand isn't strong enough. You take my little hand.
No! This new entry is certainly not the best one. I won't say that. It's not better than number 1 or number 2, but it is certainly not the worst, and it has a lot to offer in the laughs department. Yes, the laughs department. That's just next to men's clothing. Aisle 6. Yeah, you know where it is. This movie was a real mixed bag for me. Every scene was very different in terms of the amount of laughs it was getting from myself and the crowd. For example, one scene you would go in and the crowd was Modern Warfare 2 dead silence.
Bravo 6. Going dark.
But then the next scene over, myself and the audience would be audibly laughing for every single joke, and it would just be hit after hit after hit. Little like an Alex uploads here video, perhaps? Who am I kidding? I probably don't even get exhale nose laughs. You are going to get a bit of a varied response from a crowd from like a skit comedy kind of movie. I think some of the older ones were more consistent. I do think what made the first one so good, and might be my nostalgia talking, just preface that, the first movie felt like it had a bit more of a story structure to it. It does obviously follow the Scream storyline. This movie does that as well. I think it might even be the newest Scream movie. It was a lot more disjointed. It didn't feel as structured from scene to scene. It did feel more like a skit comedy show where it was like people would just like show up and it's like, yeah, okay, they're here now. Don't worry about it. How'd they get here? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. How'd this character get here that we haven't seen and no one addressed it? Yeah, they're just here now. Don't worry. Don't think about it. They're just here. That's not to say it doesn't work. Like I said, this movie was getting a lot of laughs from myself and the crowd around me. It's such a fine line between being a spoof comedy movie and just being a ripoff with some jokes. So this movie does toe the line really well. I just do wish it was a little bit more structured. I think it is very timely that this movie has come out. The horror genre in particular, I think is really due for someone to poke a bit of fun at it. I will say overall, Scary Movie 6 does a pretty good job of, poking fun at the genre. I did feel that there was a little bit left on the table. I don't necessarily think this movie should have been any longer. It's like a really tight 90-minute film, but even judging from the pacing of this movie and some of the edits, and there's like little references that I feel like we're supposed to cut to something and they never do. I feel like there must be like an extended version of this maybe coming. I'm hoping like the studio didn't make them like cut too many jokes out, because like this movie does go pretty hard on some topics, but I genuinely did think it was gonna go a little bit harder. It was advertised a bit as like, yeah, we're going like mask off mode on this. We're really gonna hit hard on some stuff. It does a bit. It's not crazy though. I think it will definitely cross some lines for some like overly sensitive people. You guys know the ones I'm talking about.
Please do not use gendered language.
I think for people who are going to see a scary movie, they're not going to think this movie ever goes too far or even gets close to the line. And I do think with them knowing their audience, it definitely could have hit a bit harder and it would have gotten away with it for sure. And Massive highlight for me is the OG cast returning. They are so funny in these roles, and the crowd definitely responded the most to their jokes. In particular, Marlon Wayans' character Shorty, he got massive amount of buzz from myself and the crowd. Like, I think just about every one of his jokes landed in this movie, which I can't say for everyone, but he was the most consistently funny throughout. I have been referencing the crowd that I saw this with. Obviously, a comedy in particular is such a communal experience, and it has such an instant response and sort of gauge for the quality of a movie compared to other films, because obviously if a comedy is making people consistently laugh, you know it's a good comedy. For myself, I was pretty consistently laughing throughout, the crowd as well. There was a few jokes that I was like audibly laughing and you know, pretty silent from the rest of the people in the crowd. I was a little bit sad and seeing this by myself. Seeing a comedy movie by yourself might be one of the most lonely guy activities ever. I'm not lonely, my girlfriend was just busy, okay? She's real. Overall, I did have a really good time with Scary Movie 6, I can't lie. It had some really solid laughs, and I think in a very self-serious film industry, there's so much room for parody, and to just have like a silly, goofy movie that doesn't take itself serious doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's just there to have a laugh at, have fun, poke fun at the industry. Yeah, I really hope this movie does well. I know critics are gonna tear it apart. All the Scary movies have not done well critically at all, but the crowd response and the money they make is undeniable. And I really hope this follows the trend of, you know, just raking in a bunch of money. I hope we get another one of these in 2 years. We're in like a golden era of horror, and I think with a golden era, you need something to balance it out and just poke a bit of fun at it. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you're a fan of horror overall and you have a good sense of humor, don't mind a bit of potty humor, and don't mind some jokes that could be perceived as offensive if you're a real sensitive little guy. Scary Movie is going to be for you, especially if you are a fan of the franchise already. Definitely go and see the new one. You'll definitely like it if you like the other ones. If you're someone who like can't really take a joke and, you know, is very serious and doesn't have much of a sense of humor and can't, you know, just laugh at a fart joke every now and then, firstly, don't want to know ya. Get away from me, you freak. This movie isn't for you, and you probably already knew that, and you've already turned your nose up at it, and just, you know, go and watch another elevated horror movie about trauma. There's plenty of them out there. Let us silly goofy guys have our silly goofy franchise, okay? But that has been my review of Scary Movie 6. What did you guys think of the movie? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you're excited to see in the coming weeks. There's a lot of great movies coming out. Keep an eye on the channel for new videos in the next couple of days. I will be doing a review of Masters of the Universe in the coming days, so keep an eye out for that. Like, comment, subscribe. See you later. I love you very much. Bye.